Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. Thank you so much for joining me here today. If Scorpio is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards. Use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Scorpio, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. Five of Wands. I feel like there's some kind of, there's some sort of competition going on in your life right now. And I'd like to think it's a sporting event or some kind of martial arts thing, or you're in a race or something. But I feel like it's happening I feel like it's either at work, but it has some sort of a personal thing to it. I don't know if you work with a friend or you work with a family member or something, but Spirit's saying that like somebody's trying to take credit for something you did, or like trying to kind of steal the fruits of your labor. Yeah. So I feel that there's some sort of issue going on, and you're not the type of person that really likes to like fight in that kind of like literal overt way. You know, you don't like to sort of to get up and call somebody out and have that confrontation. I don't think you like confrontation. So with the Five of Wands, we sort of wonder, how high do we have to turn up the dial? Are we going all the way to 11 here? Or are we going all the way to high? Are we going maybe medium, low? Are we just going to let it simmer? You know, I don't think we're going to let it simmer. So what exactly do we do? I feel that there's a growing frustration. I feel like it's approaching kind of anger. And how is this feeling? How is this impulse going to reach the level of behavior, right? What are we going to do about this situation? Let's take a look. Let's do some more cards. We've got the Queen of Cups here. It could be a water sign person. This might be representing the other person involved. Okay, and the water energy there, maybe it is a friend or a family member. Maybe it's somebody that you kind of, or you thought they were your friend, you know? And now it's just kind of like, it's almost a shock that, wow, like this is really what's going on, and it's making you feel a certain kind of way. Okay. Got that Seven of Cups and Seven of Cups and Seven of Pentacles. Maybe rather than somebody trying to take credit for something that you did, maybe they're trying to instead sort of blame you for something you didn't do, right? Maybe. We do have the Death card, Scorpio, which is your superpower card, okay? And that's right at the top of the path of the dove. So I feel like this is you trying to do the absolute very best thing that you can sort of come up with, right? It's you have your very best interest at heart here. So you don't want to do anything that's going to jeopardize your long-term, success, right? Progress. You're trying to do the right thing here. You're trying to be the best version of yourself, but what does that really mean, right? How does that translate into behavior, into action here? We've got a Ten of Pentacles. Interesting. Yeah, going from a 7 to a 10, getting through this swamp, right? And getting to that 10 of Pentacles. This is your best life. This is you really receiving all of that. Maybe you've got to take them. You know what this reminds me of? Oddly, an episode of The Office, right? When I can't remember exactly what was going on, but when Michael had the idea to do the Willy Wonka golden ticket thing, right? And he was worried that it was, he tried to blame Dwight, right? I don't want to go through the whole episode. I'll probably explain it wrong, but he tried to blame Dwight, and, so he wouldn't have to take the fall for it. Well, he blamed Dwight because he thought it was a disaster. But then it turns out it was actually the best idea they'd ever had. And Dwight he gladly took the responsibility for it, right? And he got all the praise and all the accolades. And then Michael was trying to say, no, it wasn't him. It was really me. I did it. Which was true, but it's kind of, too bad kind of moment. Anyway, I wonder if it's sort of a situation where, you might be getting blamed for something that you didn't really do, taking the heat, so to speak, for something, but I wonder if it's going to work out in your favor in the end anyway. Let's see what else we have. 3 of Pentacles, 4, even the 4 of Swords is kind of saying maybe we don't, anytime we get a 5, right, we start looking for the 4. And maybe the 5 and the 4 is saying, maybe the right thing to do is to not argue. Don't say anything, right? 3 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, very nice, into a 10 of Wands. It kind of seems like by doing nothing, you're really doing everything, 10 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, fire and earth. Your best life here is symbolized by this card. Maybe this is really working out in your best interest right now. Yeah. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. Oh, I gotta set my timer. I've been forgetting to do that lately. There we go. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot, the factor infinite and unknown, and it's gonna go right here with Tiny Bob Ross right on top. We're not gonna look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together and it will give us the confirmation that we need. If you have a prediction for that card, please leave it in the comments, right? Let's do it together. Let's practice our intuition. Let's look around at these cards, though. The only major arcana card we have is this one, right? The Death card. Sort of about long-term transformation. It's kind of saying we don't need to do anything abrupt. Just let this thing sort of play out the way it's supposed to, nice and slow and easy. Bide your time. Don't speak out. Don't lash out. Don't have a confrontation. Just sort of hang out. Just sort of chill. Just sort of let it evolve the way it's going. Because I think that it's going to end up working out in your favor. I think this is the sort of validation for you. It's almost like whoever this person is that's kind of, and maybe it's not really someone that's like out to get you. Maybe it's just like the boss thought it was your fault, or you somehow got some of the blame for something. I don't know if it's happening at work, at school, in the family, in your romantic life. I don't know. But it seems like you're catching the blame for something that isn't fair, you didn't do it, it's not your fault, and you want to sort of argue and fight your way back against this, but it seems like Spirit's saying, now's not the time to speak up about it. I don't think anybody's listening, and I think that things are going to evolve on their own. It's kind of like going up this way. Just be the stand-up person that you know you are, keep being the very best version of yourself, and it's through that this 7 of Pentacles will evolve into the very best outcome for you, okay? Rather than going this way and trying to fight for it, I think we're going to get ourselves even deeper and we're going to end up going this way. You see, let's follow the flow of energy from the 7 into your power card to get the 10 of Pentacles. Rather than trying to get the 10 of Pentacles by going 7 of Pentacles, fighting, cranking up the heat, getting loud, getting angry, having the confrontation. I think the water is I think we're going to get into our feelings. I think we're going to start getting too emotional, and then we're going to end up saying and doing things that are going to make you look worse, right? And we're going to end up sinking down here into the 7 of, this is going to get worse. This is going to be a situation now that it's more difficult to get out of, okay? So it's kind of like by doing nothing, you're getting the manifestation of your will. Yeah. But it might take a minute. I think that's the thing with the Death card. The Death card is sort of slow, gradual change. So we got fire energy. We've got water energy. We've got a little bit of air energy. We water, a lot of water there. And we got just a little bit of air. Not a lot of air. The air that we have, and it's in the position of the environment, the one air card we have, it's kind of saying, be quiet, right? Be quiet in terms of how you're relating and interacting to the environment. Sit back and listen and observe right now. Now's not the time for you to talk and turn up the heat and have a confrontation. Now's the time for you to sort of sit quietly, fold your hands in front of you, and listen, observe, wait. Okay? Bide your time. We see the earth energy really improving here. Okay? From a 7 to a 10. Now, we've got the 3 of Pentacles too, which is kind of, it is talking about the effort that you have to put in. It's not just a matter of you sort of sitting back and doing nothing. It's kind of saying you've got to be on your sort of best behavior now, you know? And I think, you know, in a way it's because everybody's kind of looking at you. Everybody thought that you're responsible for this thing or that you were somehow involved. And so everybody's looking at you. So you just keep being the best version of yourself, right? And allow the situation to unfold the way it is going to. It's going to be best for you in the end. All right. The Queen of Cups is sort of giving me the impression that you know more about this than you're telling. Keep it that way. Spirit's saying, keep your secret. Okay? Don't keep it safe for now. Don't tell anybody what you know. Okay? I think it's really just sort of, again, just don't do anything. Just keep doing what you're doing. Don't do anything differently. Don't make any big changes. Don't have any big outbursts. Don't try to plead your case. Right now is not the time for that. Now it's kind of like, it's just the kind of being quiet and doing your very best work, putting your best foot forward, being the best presentation of yourself that you can be, okay? Somebody drives a big truck. Who's the person with the big truck in your life? I don't know what they did or what their involvement is, but whoever drives the big truck knows something else too, right? I don't know what you got yourself into, but I feel that it's all going to work out in your favor. And I think that's the important thing for us to remember, that it is your time to shine. Okay? And you kind of are in this situation, you're not trying to put yourself out there and say, look at me, I'm shining. Everybody, I did the good thing, I did the right thing. You know, no, you're kind of, you're almost letting other people sort of speak for you in a way. You're maybe even letting your work speak for you. It's your time to shine, but you're not trying to put the spotlight on yourself. You're just staying humble, you're doing what you're doing, nose to the grindstone, doing your very best work, and people are going to see you shining. Okay? You just worry about you, and everyone's going to notice. Okay? I think that's really the basic message there. The 7 of Cups down on the bottom here, underneath everything. I think that's kind of this sinking feeling that you've got where it kind of makes you sick, what's going on, or whatever it is. I don't want to know. Makes you feel a little sick, right? And also Spirit's saying that you kind of, like, I don't know, you got caught stealing or something when you were a kid, right? Nothing big, nothing major, but there was something that happened. And I think that maybe is kind of now in your mind, I don't know if it's true, but in your mind it's kind of like, oh, now people are going to think I did this thing. You know, it may be apples and oranges, maybe completely different realms of you know, situations. But because you kind of did that, you know, you took that little candy bar or bubble gum or whatever it was when you were a kid, now people are going to be accusing you of doing this really big bad thing, you know? And I think in your mind it's kind of like, it's kind of making you worry, making you a little sick. It's almost like we're starting to sweat. Like, you know, when you, I don't know, you know, when you're worried you're going to get in trouble, but you know you didn't do anything wrong, so why are you worried? It's because you just have this sinking feeling that people are going to blame you, you know? And I don't know. Some people feel this way when they get pulled over, things like this. Like, I wasn't really doing anything wrong. Maybe I was speeding a little bit, but that's not a huge deal. We want to drive safely, but you'll just get a ticket or a warning. It's fine, But I think it's like that a little bit. We just have the expectation that it's going to go poorly for us. And that sometimes makes you feel as if you've got to speak up, or you've got to get out in front of it, or you've got to somehow take control, take charge, and you've got to do something. Well, right now, Spirit's saying no. Don't do anything. Keep your mouth shut. Just do your work the way you are. Focus on make sure that you have your long-term kind of self in mind here. Okay? Now, the Seven of Pentacles in the past position, I don't know what this exactly is talking about. I don't know if something broke or if there was something that sort of broke down. But I'm getting the feeling that, it's like someone chopped down the cherry tree, so to speak here. And everyone, everyone's going to think you did it. Right? And I think maybe you suspect somebody, or maybe who did it. I don't want to, don't say anything. Because I feel like even if you do know who it was, I think it's not really in your best interest to speak up about anything. Unless this was something serious, obviously, like, if you know something, you got to talk, right? But I feel like this is something going on. I don't know if it's in the family or at the workplace. Again, it feels kind of a combination of both. Yeah. I don't know if something got stolen or something's missing, or something that should be there isn't there. And I don't know if like somebody forgot to make a phone call, or you forgot to place the order, and something didn't arrive on time, and that sort of like made this business deal fall through, or the customer was unhappy, or something along those lines, right? I don't think it was a malicious act. I think it was a mistake somebody made, and you feel as if everyone's going to think it was you. Maybe you were on duty that night. Maybe you were the one sitting by the phone, or whatever. So this is kind of, this is a feeling of a loss. This is a feeling of a mistake, a failure. I don't think it was anyone's intention to kind of get into this energy, but this is where things are. Okay. And I do feel that there is, I don't know if this is maybe an older female energy that is sort of pointing the finger at you. Or that there's somebody that's kind of, I don't know if they're hinting at it being you, or if you're just sort of worried that's what's happening. I don't know how much. See, it's hard to really see. It's kind of a veiled thing. And I don't know if you really know for sure either, if this is literally this person has kind of spoken against you, and then you kind of want to go and confront them, but you don't want to. But I don't even think that you're really sure that it happened, that they somehow blamed you for anything, or thought you had any involvement in it. Okay. But whatever it is, it feels like it's kind of delaying your plans a little bit too. And so I don't know if this is, again, I don't know if this is a business, or if it's a family thing, or if it's just like personal finances or something. It's like, suddenly everybody notices that there's money missing from the cookie jar, And so it's setting you back a little bit too. And I think it makes you a little bit angry in that way too, because it's just like, hey, why would you do something, to put things back in this position, to cause the loss, or to sort of initiate this setback? Why would you do that? And, if you did, if it was an accident, wouldn't you be the first one to kind of speak up and say, hey, yeah, that was me. Let's fix it and move on. Let's work harder and get it back, or whatever. So very interesting situation. But I like the Ten of Pentacles in the future, because it's kind of everything is coming back together. Everything's going to be made whole again. Everything's going to work out just fine if you leave it alone. And that's kind of, you stop picking at it, it's going to heal. Okay? And I think that you really would do more harm than good if you tried to get involved right now. Okay? And I don't know, I mean, it might not have anything to do with finances. It feels like it does. But it could be talking about relationships or something too. I don't know. There is this watery component and this sort of family energy. Maybe it's, I don't know. Maybe we're talking about somebody's marriage, somebody's family situation. Okay? But the Ten of Pentacles, focus on that. That's where we're headed, but it is through this. It's not through you getting involved and getting emotional over it and trying to confront anybody or anything like that. I think that's causing us to sink further into the Seven of Cups. It's just through the slow letting things play out advice. Okay? But the money is finding its way back in the cookie jar. Yeah. Let's talk about the path of the serpent. As we do this, I would like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. It doesn't cost anything, and it really helps out the channel. And I think we have to really support all of our favorite YouTube tarot readers. Like the videos, leave comments, subscribe to the channel, watch the videos all the way through till the end. Not just my channel, but all of your favorite tarot readers on YouTube. All right. We appreciate you. Okay, Three of Pentacles. It's work. And you've got to continue to do the work. This is something where if we get involved in this situation and try to get to the bottom of it, things are going to come to an even faster grinding halt. Right? So the best course of action is to just keep working. There was maybe a setback, maybe something broke, maybe the part didn't arrive or whatever it was. It's kind of like, from your point of view, what is in your best interest is to keep working hard toward the future. Keep doing what you're doing, because if you stop your work, then this is increasing, you see. And so there is something going on, but you're just kind of keeping your head down and you're focused on making the progress that you need to make. Whatever exactly this is that's going on, I really don't know. The Four of Swords, okay, we talked about that. It's in the environment. Don't get involved. Stay out of the drama. If everybody's sort of pointing fingers and they start name-calling, they start accusing everybody else, don't play that game. Just shrug your shoulders and just keep working. Keep doing what you are responsible for. Okay? Don't get pulled into anyone else's drama right now. That's the Five and the Four of Wands and Swords. Don't get pulled into anyone else's drama. Right now, I think you really don't know who you can trust, and that's okay. Just trust in yourself, trust in the universe. Keep doing what you know you need to do, right? Do your very best job, and I think people are going to notice, and I think things are going to be working out well for you. Now, the Three of Cups here is hard to resist. And in this case, I think it's really you speaking your mind, voicing your feelings. I think the Three of Cups, this is the position of the obstacle, right? And I think that really what this is saying is that it's hard for you to resist the satisfaction that you would get, the satisfaction that you would feel by telling people, I told you so. You know, I told you it was them, or I told you it was not me, or I told you I was right. You know, it's that kind of satisfaction that it's hard to resist, like rubbing somebody else's face in it. You know what I mean? But it's what we it's what we don't want. You don't want to do that, but you kind of do. But we're going to try not to, right? Because that's part of you getting too involved. And maybe this situation doesn't even really concern you. Maybe I'm wrong about that part of it, that you're that the fingers are being pointed at you. Maybe they are, or maybe you're just kind of a little bit paranoid that they're going to be. But maybe this really doesn't have much to do with you at all. Okay, that's another thing to consider. The Ten of Wands at the end there, I think, is it's very important that, one, that you don't create extra burden for yourself. that you don't make things worse for you or for the situation or for anything. And it's kind of like if this is a workplace thing and maybe there's some drama going on over there, if you just keep your head down, do your stuff, and you can look and listen and stuff, but don't participate, then you'll be fine, right? Things are going to work out great for you. But if you start getting a little bit too involved, then it's kind of like you're getting drawn into it, and now your life is harder. Now you've got just more work to do, or now you're sort of lumped in with these other people that, hey, I don't know them, that you don't want to insert yourself into that business, because I think it's creating guilt by association. It's creating too more work for you. Okay. But the Ten of Wands is also a very interesting card because it sort of represents the completion of your will, your intention, what you really want for yourself, your future, is really what matters here. And it matches up perfectly with that Ten of Pentacles, right? Fire to earth. You're getting your will. Heaven to earth, impulse to behavior, will to action, above to below, right? Inspiration to implementation. You're getting what you want. You're getting the outcome that you desire, that the outcome that you have willed into being. You are manifesting this Ten of Pentacles. But what will interrupt this process is, of course, the heart and the mind, the water and the air, getting too involved in the drama. The heart, the fire has to go through the water and the air to get to the earth. But we want our thoughts and our feelings to be perfect conductors of this fiery spiritual electricity of creation, so that we can shine, that we can get what we want, that we can be the best version of ourselves and be the success that we're after, right? So that we can materialize this will. So we need the right kind of water and air. And maybe the Three of Cups is kind of saying, just sort of be magnanimous. Right? Just be compassionate toward everybody, and just have a balanced heart and a balanced mind that just says, hey, I just want to do my work. I don't have any ill will toward anybody. Just be compassionate and be full of love, and have just a kind of no drama zone sort of mentality about it. And I think that's how we get to this. Once we start having too many feelings about it, we start trying to get too involved in the situation, and our feelings start getting activated, and we start sort of getting into the entanglement of it all. I think we're sort of interrupting the flow of that creative electricity, and we're not going to get this Ten of Pentacles. Things aren't going to manifest in your way. Things aren't going to work out for you in this particular time in your life. So whatever this drama is that's going on, even if they're pointing the finger at you, stay out of it. Don't get sucked into it. Don't have an opinion on it even. Okay? Let's look at the mystery card. Yeah. Let's see what Tiny Bob Ross wants to say here today. Well, we've already got your power card. We've already got our 10 of Pentacles and 10 of Wands. Maybe we need... I think it's going to go one of two ways. It's going to be a 10 of Swords, or it's going to be a 10 of Cups. Yeah. And I think they represent opposite things. I think the 10 of Swords is going to say, you messed up. 10 of Cups is going to say, you're celebrating. That you are absolutely thankful for how cool you played it. Okay? 10 of Cups is what we want. 10 of Swords, not so much. Let's see what we've got. And 9 of getting through by the skin of your teeth. I think it's difficult for you to remain sort of disconnected from this thing. Okay, the nine of Wands is all about strength. Okay, it's all about your ability to endure what you have to endure. It's almost like you're going to be put through the ringer here. but you're going to sort of keep your cool. And maybe this is saying it's going to be kind of a long process. You got to keep your cool. You're going to be okay. And it might be really, really tough. You might be this close to just sort of breaking, but you're controlling yourself. You've got the strength and the resolve because you know that if you just wait this out, it's going to work out the very best for you. Okay? But not if you give in to this sort of temptation to fight or to confront, right? Or to argue or to anything like that. As this is a card that shows somebody who has really been put to the test, and they've passed the test. Okay? So it might not be easy, but it is worth it. And so's the extended reading, which we're going to do right now. Click on the link in the corner. There's one down below. New readings for Scorpio are on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Be sure to watch both readings, all right? If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. It is totally free. It does not cost anything. And leave a comment. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.